Let's now examine this 19th century geographical handbook or gazetteer. It's in a period full leather binding, like so, with a contrasting Morocco gilt title label. The edges here of the boards are gilt ornamented, like so. There's a 19th century inscription at the front. There's the half title. The title page is shows us that it's a new edition, 1857, and it's got all sorts of, it's an extensive gazetteer with astronomy and physical sciences by Hughes, based on Maunder. The frontis is of animals of South Africa. It's a steel engraved plate like so. The contents break it down by continent: Africa, America, Australia, Polynesia, like so, although Polynesia, of course, is sort of a series of islands. Here we have a list of plates like this. These are all steel engravings. Then there are 7 folding engraved maps, like so, within. You'll notice all of the text is set within double-ruled boxes. I'll show now, briefly, the contents. And here we have the varieties of the human race from around the world, an ethnographic image that's quite fascinating. And here is the folding map of the world in double hemispheres. And next we come to this engraved plate here of a jungle scene, tropical vegetation. Next we have this folding map here of Europe. And continue on like this, and I'll just flip through it section by section to make sure I don't miss anything. I might, but well, I'll do my best not to. Okay. And there's a great engraving there in the Alps. Balancing rock on top of that. And here is the geysers in Iceland, like so. You'll notice that most of these engravings depict people observing the scene, indication of tourism. Here is a folding map of Australia. It has a short little edge tear that's been closed on the back with archival tape. Nothing serious or offensive. And here we have this engraving of the Himalayas. And here we have this one. Oh, look at that. The Convent of St. Catherine. Yeah, it's very nice in the Middle Eastern region of the world. And here's the Bolan Pass in Afghanistan. Look at all the troops marching through there. Very interesting. The title up top says Baluchistan Natural Features. The commentary is absolutely extensive. It's really fascinating. Topography, cultural history, industrial arts, Chinese empires, this section here. We now get to Africa. We see mountains of the moon in the middle of the continent, just above a vast blank interior. And continue on, and here we have a great engraving of Nubia. In fact, down at the Museum of Fine Arts in Boston right now, there's a splendid exhibit of Nubian culture and art. It fills numerous rooms. Just down there last weekend looking at that. It's a very nice exhibit. And here's Madeira Island, seen from there. Okay. Here we have a folding map of North America showing a territorial west. So, and this next is this view here of the Falls of Niagara. Classic view with endless. Look at this. Someone has tucked this splendid little leaf in here. Ha ha ha. It's probably from the 1800s. Okay, and here is, look at that, Indian life, buffalo hunt. That's a very vivid engraving there. And what have we got here now? We see, all right, Yucatan ruins, likely, yeah, Mayan culture. Yeah, There's also beautiful Mayan artifacts at the Museum of Fine Arts in Boston, which we were looking at last weekend too. They have great pottery and even cloth and whatnot, jewelry. Here's a map of South America. Looks like somebody's made a couple pen annotations on it for whatever reason. You see that often on 19th century maps. Here is volcanoes of New Granada, South America. And we can see now here this folding map of Australia, New Zealand, and islands around it. Okay. And we're coming now, I think, yes, close to the end. And we see here icebergs in the Antarctic Sea. There we are. I would not want to be there on a tall mast ship, that's for sure. So we've got this extensive index here at the rear. There is tucked in this loose, unrelated little leaflet that's titled A Prayer for the Insane. This has been with the book for quite a long time, so I'll just leave it tucked in at the rear like that. So if you know somebody who's insane, you can send them this. In fact, we can just send it right directly to the White House. So now, what's interesting is I'll include along with this book this catalog, actually, for the publisher of the book. And what's interesting about this catalog is it's contemporary to this. It came with the book separately. It obviously was once bound somewhere, but not in this. And what's interesting is this exact book is actually right here. This is one of the books you could have purchased from this publisher. And we see here the full range of their catalog, which is impressively extensive. I mean, this is a remarkable publisher's catalog right here. This is a vast range of books. And so these two items will be together as a pair, available now online from me, Brian DeMambro.